What is going on? Just found out that someone like I cut out of my life like a couple months ago has been talking rubbish, has been talking smack about me, like literally just now to my friend, which is funny because I moved on with my life. I blocked you out my life. Why don't you just move on with yours? Like, I don't understand. Anyway, that's not the point of this video. I'm just like, so what I wanted to actually talk about was something that has kind of baffled me since when it was like announced, and that is the fact that Logic is releasing Young Sinatra 4, the album. He has done 3 mixtapes, otherwise it wouldn't be number 4, would it? He's done 3 Young Sinatra mixtapes in the past, so like Welcome to Forever and Deniable and Young Broken Infamous, don't really know what one. I can't speak English, so yeah. And then he's doing now Young Sinatra for the album. I don't know if this is gonna have like a title like the others was, like Young Sinatra, like this, that, right? But I don't know if it's gonna be Young Sinatra something or just Young Sinatra 4. So we'll see. But this was announced like, let me actually check when this was announced. So he actually announced it 4th of September, which isn't even that long ago, and it's been released on the 28th of September, and that is actually quite a short period, like quite short notice to give like about releasing an album. And as well, Logic typically over the past few years he's basically dropped 1 project a year, so whether it be an album or a mixtape, it's normally been like 1 a year. But he dropped Bobby Tarantino 2 earlier this year in like March time, and which was a mixtape, and then he's dropping an album this month, which is quite big because a mixtape and an album within a few months is quite like a lot, because I know a lot of artists release like 1 album every 2 years or even every 3 years, or 1 album every year. So it's kind of like a lot, but I'm not saying that like, it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that that's not what I typically see artists do. Anyway, but Logic last year, after everybody was released, he went on Genius, which is basically like Genius is like a site where they put lyrics for like pretty much every song, and people can analyze it and put like the meaning behind the lyrics. If you click on the lyrics, you can see if people write about them, and sometimes the artist does it and it will show up, and sometimes artists go to Genius and film videos and explain the lyrics and the videos, and it goes on YouTube. And one of the videos Logic did was explain was like is his 4th album gonna be his last album, because Everybody was his 3rd album, and he was like, yeah, why not? I'll insert the video.
And Thomas says, oh no, I'm putting in his 4th album now, his final one.
You're saying this is it?
Yeah, I mean, I gave everybody my whole life, and this was the album that I'm supposed to make, and so I'm not getting into it. I haven't even begun to like get into that world. But like, that's just gonna be the celebration. It's gonna be the last one. You know, everything with my life has been so fucking serious, and there's been this, and it's been a fucking message and all this. And it's not to say that there won't be a message or anything like that, and whatever. But like, I just want to end everything with a really big bang and get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, better to go out on top like Jerry Seinfeld, 9 seasons, #1 fucking show in the world, fucking over $1 billion, and this and that. Like, I'd rather do that. Doesn't mean I won't necessarily be involved in the hip-hop community. It doesn't mean you might not get a crazy Andre 3000 Logic rap verse, like, you know, at the cut, like, oh shit, like, you know. But it's like, I'm just done with albums, and it's gonna be the last one. So you motherfuckers better buy that shit and tune in and see what it's gonna be about, because it's gonna be very special. I'm gonna do something that has not been done in hip-hop before, and I mean,
some people thought he was trolling, some people thought he was being serious. I was like, not sure, because he did act like he was serious. Like, I don't understand why you would troll about that. Just, I don't really understand, like, what's the point of trolling that? Because he might have actually been serious, like, and then he might have changed his mind because he had Ultra 85. Everyone was like, Ultra 85, like, we're gonna see this album, like. And the reason why I'm a bit confused of why he's releasing Young Sinatra for that album especially is because he went on the Bobby Tarantino versus Everybody tour, which was mainly because he released his mixtape, Bobby Tarantino 2, and I'll insert a picture of the merch I'm talking about. He had like every project he'd done like listed, so like from his mixtapes to, and then it went everybody, Bobby Tarantino 2, Ultra 85. So obviously Young Sinatra thought it's gonna come before Ultra 85 if Ultra 85 is releasing, so I don't understand why he wouldn't put that on his own merch if he knew he was going to be releasing this, unless he just like was like, oh, I'm just going to release it. But part of the reason why I don't think he was planning on it, but surely he must have planned it. Like, he wouldn't just within like a month be like, oh, Young Sinatra for the album, let's do it. Like, it's just because in one of his interviews he talks about how Warm It Up was just, I'll insert the video after this, but he was just talking about how Warm It Up was just like a fun one-time bringing back Young Sinatra thing, because it was like featuring Young Sinatra, which is obviously him, and he was just like, oh yeah, that's just like one time, gonna bring it back just for that, and it's not gonna come back again. And he was like serious, he wasn't like, oh maybe we'll say something or something. And like, I just don't understand, if he knew he was gonna release Young Sinatra for the album, I don't understand why he would lie about that, because he's not, he'll be upfront, like, he's not gonna lie. Am I lying to you?
Man, it ain't that deep.
Can we see more of the Young Sinatra alter ego in the future?
Nah, I thought this was fun just to bring it back, you know what I mean? Super fun, but, I mean, I'll probably do, like, fun, like, boom bap shit, but, like, I just thought it was funny to, like, put featuring Young Sinatra just nostalgically, just for fans and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna go back into that.
So yeah, but something that kind of goes against this idea is that in the Everybody album that was released last year, so I'll insert the pictures, but there is an argument that goes against this argument as well. So, oh my freaking gosh, what the hell is that? Right, so, there's this, artist that, like, paints or designs, Logic's albums and stuff. I follow him on Instagram, he's really talented. I'll see if I can, I'll list his, like, Instagram down below, because, like, he's really talented. So he does like Logic's like covers now, and when, what was it called, when Young Sinatra 4 was announced, what he did was he posted a picture of the Everybody like album, like, but it was zoomed in to on the table, and wait, let me just find it. Right, I found it. I'll insert the pictures. So on one of the tables on the Everybody album cover, it goes in, but like it goes in, and there's a piece of paper on one of the tables, and it says BT2 for Bobby Tarantino 2, YS Roman numerals for 4, and then U85, I think. Yeah, U-85. So obviously it stands for Bobby Tarantino 2, Young Sinatra 4, and Ultra 85. But the thing is, like, if you just screenshot the album covers, if you're on Spotify and you screenshot it, then you zoom in, like, you can't see that, like, it's too pixelated to see that. So I don't know if that was there, or that's just something they added in, because I don't understand why they would add it in if it wasn't there in the first place. But if it was there in the first place, I don't understand why Logic wouldn't say that he was going to go back to Young Sinatra for in this interview. So it kind of baffles me. So yeah, and I don't really see people talking about this. I just don't know if it's just like they're just so excited like Young Sinatra back. Because if you are a fan of Logic, or if you're even just familiar with Logic, you might know that a lot of his fans were like so down with his Young Sinatra mixtapes. They're like, oh, we want him back. Like, Young Sinatra was his best stuff. Like, if it came back, it would be the best. Like, but I don't think I know Logic wouldn't have just brought it back just because that's what people wanted. He would have done it because he wanted to do it. but he wouldn't have like said I'm not gonna do it if he was. Like I don't like, it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense he would do that much. Like it just confuses me. So if anyone like has any clue, then tell me, but I don't think anyone's watching this. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about it because yeah, it's just interesting. But I'm really excited for it. I'm really excited for Young Sinatra 4, so yeah. Anyway, bye.